आने से प्लीज ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे नहीं, ठीक है। आइटम नंबर 23, एक श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण।
Sir, I rise to move for leave to introduce a bill to consolidate and amend the laws relating to the securities market and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto.
इटी मोहम्मद बशीर जी कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं? आपने 72 में दिया। नो। अरुण नेहरू जी।
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I rise to oppose the introduction of the Securities Market Code 2025 under Rule 72, sir. While the consolidation of the laws may be desirable, the bill is not a mere consolidation, sir. It fundamentally alters the balance between the legislature, the executive, and the regulator, with the market participants being, the affected party. I rise to oppose in four main points, sir. There's excessive delegation of legislative power to one particular entity here, sir. A dangerous concentration of power in one regulator here, which is the SEBI. The dilution of due diligence and the presumption of innocence, where, sir, I'm just finishing, sir, 1 minute, sir. And the fourth point is regulatory overreach. Honorable Speaker, sir, the bill centralizes power, weakens parliamentary control, prioritizes enforcement over fairness and accountability. For these reasons, I oppose the introduction of the Securities Market Code 2025 and urge the government to actually have balance between all the participants. Thank you, sir.
Manish Tiwari.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, under Rule 72(1) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Lok Sabha, I rise to oppose the Security Market Code 2025 on the following grounds. First, the bill results in an unconstitutional concentration of legislative, executive, investigative, adjudicatory, and quasi-judicial powers in a single authority, namely the board. The same body frames regulations, conducts inspections and investigations, passes interim coercive orders, adjudicates violations, imposes penalties, orders disgorgement, and even reviews and enhances orders of its own adjudicating officer. This fusion of powers violates the principle or violates the doctrine of separation of powers and creates a real apprehension of institutional bias, offending, as my colleague Mr. Arun Nehru was pointing out, entails excessive delegation of essential legislative functions, leaving core policy matters such as regulatory scope, registration of standards, penalties, exemptions, market conduct norms, and even expansion of securities to executive-made rules and regulations. Parliament is reduced to a mere enabling authority contrary to settled constitutional principles and doctrines. Third, several provisions permitting to search, seizure, attachment of property, freezing of bank accounts and prolonged interim orders, including ex parte action, freezing of bank accounts and prolonged interim orders, including ex parte actions, lack of adequate statutory safeguards, narrow thresholds and strict timelines. These coercive powers, exercised predominantly through delegated legislation and executive discretion, fall foul of due process requirements under Article 21 and fail the test of proportionality. Fourth, the bill entrenches over-delegation to self-regulatory organizations and market infrastructure institutions. The bill effectively allows private bodies to exercise coercive, quasi-legislative and quasi-judicial powers over market participants with only skeletal guidance in the parent statute, thereby crossing the line from permissible delegation into abdication. And my final point, Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you for your indulgence. The Securities Appellate Tribunal and Special Courts provisions raise concerns about tribunalization without adequate judicial independence, tenure security and insulation from executive/SEBI control, and that these concerns appear at odds with the principles laid down in the Supreme Court's various orders on tribunal jurisprudence. On these and other grounds, I oppose the introduction of the Securities Code 2025, Mr. Speaker, sir.
This is in the supplementary list of business. I didn't see it in the RLW.
माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी.
Sir, I've gone through in detail the points which the members who are opposing the introduction of the bill. I think instead of going into details of each one of the objections, I would like to highlight the point that at this stage of introduction, we are only making the bill to be sent over to the standing committee to do a complete review of it, of the bill. From all the points that I've looked at, very clearly there are matters of discussion. They are very clearly matters which can be extensively debated in the standing committee, and none of which pertain to the legislative competence in bringing this bill. And therefore, at the time of introduction, to oppose it, in my view, which I submit in all my humility before the chair, are matters which are completely pertaining to be discussed in the committee. So at this stage, I don't think any one of the points which the honourable members raised stand merit to oppose the introduction. And therefore, I would like to still request you, sir, to allow the introduction and to be then allowed to be sent to the standing committee.
माननीय मंत्री महोदय, मैं यह सूचित करना चाहता हूं कि नियम 331 के अधीन किसी भी विधेयक को विभाग संबंधी स्थायी समिति को विचार करने के लिए सौंपने के लिए शक्ति माननीय अध्यक्ष को है। आपने यह आग्रह किया है कि इस विधेयक को विभाग संबंधी स्थायी समिति को विचार के लिए भेजा जाए। अध्यक्ष जी इस पर निर्णय करेंगे। प्रश्न ये है कि विधेयक को पुनः स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वो हाँ कहे, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, अनुमति प्रदान की जाती है। माननीय मंत्री जी अब विधेयक को पुनः स्थापित करें।
Sir, I introduce the bill. Sir, will you permit me, sir, to move that the bill be sent to the standing committee?
Yes, ma'am.
He said that the speaker will decide, but I haven't moved for the speaker to decide.
Speaker will decide. I will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if you will allow me, the decision that you said from that very chair, sir, is that the speaker will decide. In my little understanding, in all modesty, if you will allow me to say, I move for the speaker to decide.
Thank you. माननीय सदस्यगण, नियम 377 के अधीन मामलों को सभा पटल कर रखा जाएगा। जिन सदस्यों को नियम 377 के अधीन मामलों को आज उठाने की अनुमति दी गई है और जो उन्हें सभा पटल पर रखने की
Sir, at the cost of repeating, sir, and please pardon me.
Please carry on.
Allow me to move it, and I will submit to the discretion of this speaker to decide what he wants to do with it. Can I move it, sir, please?
Please, ma'am.
Sir, I rise to move that the bill be referred to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance. The committee shall make a report by the first day of the next session if the speaker so decides.
Yes, sir.
ये आपका ही डिमांड था। मैं सिर्फ याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ, वेणुगोपाल जी यहाँ नहीं है। This was the demand made by the opposition party that at least 2 of the bills should be referred to the parliamentary committee. So government is willingly. This is going to standing committee.
माननीय मंत्री जी, अध्यक्ष जी निर्णय लेंगे इस पे। माननीय सदस्यगण, नियम 377 के अधीन मामलों को सभा पटल पर रखा जाएगा। जिन सदस्यों को नियम 377 के अधीन मामलों को आज उठाने की अनुमति दी गई है और जो उन्हें सभा पटल पर रखने की उचित है, वे 20 मिनट के भीतर मामले का पाठ व्यक्तिगत रूप से सभा पटल पर भेज दें।
आइटम